What is going on?
What's going on, guys?
On.
What's going on, guys?
On.
Jonathan.
What's good, everyone? I'm your boy, Mass.
And I'm Migs.
And we are Woof Logik. This is Woof's Web.
Our weekly podcast.
Yes, sir. We're here to present to you a very special episode. Why? Because this is the first episode that comes right after our latest release on group chat.
Yeah.
It's called Full Throttle, and it's under Gesture's record label, in case you guys didn't know that.
Yeah,
now,
not
Gesture.
Not Just Junior.
Yeah, not Just Junior, even though I did have some questions about that name when I first discovered it. But the song is finally here, man. We're finally, getting affiliated with group chat.
Yeah.
I feel like we're a match made in heaven.
I mean, it's been a long time coming, man.
Yeah, we've been hitting up their group chat events lately. And finally, like we said last week, we performed at Avalon Theater with Gesture himself and Ivor.
Yeah, and those guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah, so right now the big heavy wave is actually techno, hard techno. I suggest you guys all go check it out, man. They for sure, I feel like they know how to make the people that aren't, so high on techno, become fans of it.
Yeah.
They're very good entry level, or at least they make it easy to I was about to say it in like French, like transition. They make it very easy to transition into the genre,
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
There's just a lot of people out there that have a hard time like feeling like they could listen to it for a long period of time.
Yeah, but they make it fun. They make it really enjoyable. Every group trade party that we've been to, like it's like fucking packed as fuck. Everyone's fucking going crazy off all the techno. And like even on the other techno, they be like specifically the group chat parties. It's not just techno. These fools are always doing like some random like trap night. Sometimes they'll do a hard style night or some like moomathon. They'll bring back to the Ratland vibes from like Gestures like a OG style.
Yeah, man. And May 9th is actually their techno event. So yeah, man. Honestly, they're taking over. They've been playing at the Academy, packing that place out. I'm honestly really excited to see if they do a festival one day.
I'm sure they have like a stage takeover of some sort.
Ooh, a stage takeover, or what about the art cars?
I could totally see that, or maybe like EDC, the Stereo Bloom stage. I could see that. I could take over too.
Stereo, yeah, man. Honestly, EDC, they always actually hit you with some good surprises on their art cars.
Yeah,
they have the Rhino one, the Boombox one. They got what's the Parliament art car?
There's a Parliament art car. There's that shiny one that looks like a triangle,
I think that's the Rhino one.
That's the Rhino one?
I think so. And then they have the one with the owl on it. Or is that Parliament?
Damn. Because there's one with the owl on it, and then the one looks like kind of like a boat, right?
Wait, isn't the owl on the boat?
There's a different one. There's a different one I'm thinking of.
Well, I don't know, but point is, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think Bilo played on that one.
Yeah.
And there's that one that moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's dope. Yeah, so if you guys go to actually, bro, I can't believe it. We're actually a month away. It feels so weird we're not going to EDC this year.
I know.
It's like I don't even feel the hype, It's hard to see the hype when you're not going to the event. So,
yeah.
But for sure, all the people going, I know they're excited. If you guys are going, go check out those art cars for sure. You never know who you're going to catch. I know when, Nitty Gritty played on one, Say My Name played on one. You have, I think, Keizo played on one, Cascade.
Yeah, lots of people play on the art cars, man.
Yeah, and especially when they're by surprise and they pack that shit out like a full ass stage. That's crazy.
Like, I think it was the Say My Name. Like this, I think this was before they started picking for festivals. I think it was like probably the deciding factor, like that EDC. That was that art car that moved around. I think at this point they all do. It was literally moving around and like he was playing, like he had like this whole big ass crowd just following the art car.
Yeah, that was. I think that was like 2017.
Yeah.
That was a crazy time right there. I don't think I've ever seen anyone like DJing while moving like that.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
But that was dope. I would love to play art car one day.
Me too. Yeah,
that would be sick. That would be sick.
That'd be really cool.
But anyway. Yeah, so we just got done with the NFL draft too. I'm pretty disappointed in our 49ers draft pick. They went with a wide receiver.
I'm not disappointed with the pick. I'm disappointed at where they picked.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hopefully Bo Nix,
I mean, I was like, since from the jump, I've always been leaning towards Bo Nix because I knew we were never gonna get Caleb Williams. Jaden Daniels was too out of a pocket, so he was like literally my next guy. And so I'm happy that they got him. We could have gotten him in the second round, but I'm looking at reports now like there's like supposedly like Raiders were like they were gonna do it, so like like why risk had the Raiders taking them when we can have them right there next pick.
Do the Broncos like always get white quarterbacks?
We had Russell Wilson.
Oh, that's true. But
I mean generally no. I mean generally yeah, but it's never been like a race thing. It's just always been like, well, now more days it's now predominantly there's more like black and mixed quarterbacks, but back in the day there wasn't a whole lot. It just started becoming more of a thing.
nah, I think for sure all the coaches want a piece of that, like athleticism. Not to say the whites.
Well, you
aren't
have to be in
athletic.
like today's game. Like you can't just be like a fucking Joe Flacco or Peyton Manning just in the pocket quarterback because like these edge rushers are faster, they're stronger, gonna more often than not they're gonna be beating your offensive tackles. Not all the time, but a good chunk of the times. And these guys need to move around the pocket.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, but it's dope to see because just like what maybe like 20 years ago, there's probably just like one black quarterback every season.
Yeah,
and it's cool to see that like I mean, it's probably like half and half, or maybe like a little bit more now. Probably.
I think it was half. Wait, yeah, it was half. 3 blacks, 3 whites. Where's the Mexican quarterbacks? Come on.
Hey, that's true. All we have is Mark Sanchez, and he fucking
He actually was good. I think
he was.
the Jets being the Jets.
Yeah, but he did his dirty with that butt play.
The butt fumble.
Yeah, the butt fumble.
You make the Rasta look bad with that one.
Him, Ryan Garcia, Loki, man. What's up with you guys, man? There's a reason why the fucking Mexicans they ain't getting shit done.
I know. Hey,
we can't be the face of nothing.
That was. Did we talk about in the last episode that he bet on himself?
Yeah.
That's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, but what we didn't talk about is like low-key, he's still posting a little bit crazy stuff. I don't know if you noticed.
You know what? I don't even follow him just because like it's just like his social media outtakes are just crazy.
Well, he did. I don't know if you watched the interview. I forget who the interview is, but he was pretty much admitting to, just doing all that for the show, just to hype up the fight. He's not really crazy. He was just pretty much admitting, like he had to play the act like the whole way. He didn't tell any single person that he was like actually like fucking around. So because he wanted to be like, he didn't want to mess it up. And that's a smart tactic, but man, it's just like it was just so unheard of. We've never seen anything like it.
Nah, man, everyone thought this was cuckoo.
Yeah, and I mean, boxers, that's what happens to them. I would, like I said before, I wouldn't doubt that David Haney becomes cuckoo eventually because that boy was knocked down too many times.
That fool, his dad was on a podcast with Floyd Mayweather, and basically like they're like he's trying to start a little beef with Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd's not gonna have it. And he was like, "Man, I still live in the hood," and then Floyd was like, "That's cool, man. That ain't nothing to be proud of."
Like Redman on fucking MTV Cribs. You remember that video or no? Where he's showing you the crib where it's all like ghetto.
Oh yeah, then there's a whole Boondocks episode inspired off of that.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a crazy one right there. And I can't believe that so many people fake their houses. Like, for what?
But dude, when I found that out, it was like glass shattering in my head.
I've been finding out too many of these reality shows were fake.
Like Pin My Ride?
Yeah. And parental control, or not parental control. Room Busters, is that what it's called? Room Raiders?
Room Raiders.
That one, like, bro, come on, that show's fake as fuck. Ain't no way you're gonna just get caught up slipping with all your room being trashed. And you don't know it. You signed up for the show. They're gonna come, right?
Yeah.
I doubt they just randomly surprise you, unless they're that smart. But I doubt it. I'm pretty sure they just planned to behead ahead of time, because it just doesn't make sense.
I think the only scenario is maybe, but then because then also it goes to your point where like because like the way I'm thinking about it is like you sign this, they're like, all right, you're gonna be on this episode, but we're not gonna tell you when the episode's gonna happen. We're just gonna come. You gotta like sign an agreement for them. But then to your point, up until that point, I would just have my room clean every single day.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know.
That shit was crazy though. As a kid, I feel like MTV was built for kids. Honestly, like those old shows. I know that's weird and probably stupid.
Nah, a lot of you guys we were kids watching all these shows meant for like teens and young adults.
Yeah, because all I'm trying to say is like, ain't no way an old person with the right head on their shoulders is truly believing in all this nonsense.
No,
like that was the type of content that us young like teenagers or preteens that we're all hype about. It's just like, damn man, this shit's crazy. Like so much shock factors, like throughout every single TV series on MTV. It was just like, I don't know, man. definitely wasn't meant for kids, but you know that's what we got the most kick out of is those shows.
Those shows.
The Bam Margera, Viva La Bam,
Damn.
and Fantasy Factory. Like, come on, like those shows are crazy. But you know,
Nitro Circus.
Yeah. Oh man, that shit was crazy. Nah, the one that was crazy was Scarred.
Oh,
that shit was nasty.
You know what? What another? I think it was on MTV. That actually, I think it was real. Was it True Life? You remember True Life?
Oh yeah.
And some of them were like crazy, and then some of them were just mad funny. Like, I remember this one where I was like, this girl, she's trying to be like a screamo like singer, and she's like some random ass. And so like, so like there's like you know they hire people in that professional profession, and so
The professional profession.
you know what I mean. And so they hire this girl, and so she's teaching her how to scream, and you just hearing the parents like all freaking down from downstairs, just hearing them scream.
Let me hear you try it. Come on, go do it for the people.
It's
Wait, is that too much like the Grudge? Like,
it's weird, man, because it is actually a technique. People just think like you're just like screaming out your vocal cords, and that's how people get fucked up vocal cords. But like,
yeah, definitely, bro. That shit sounds like so scratchy, like itchy on your throat.
yeah,
I have a friend who his sounds trash, but I ain't gonna tell him that. But he posts on Instagram, like he always like puts like clips just of him doing that shit. And I don't know, like pretty much what I just did right now is exactly what he did, but he's being dead ass serious, bro. Like I'm just fucking around.
Take a class.
Nah, what do they? Are there classes?
There's classes now.
There's classes for everything, huh?
Yeah.
You just gotta go on like fucking Craigslist or I guess even Google. I don't know. LA. There's every single classes for anything, honestly. Like I think even subscriptions, you know, like people over here being mentors for any industry, any career path.
Yeah.
You can find a mentorship for anything, man. And honestly, like I feel like the only thing I would sign up for is like a fitness trainer type thing because that just keeps me on my feet, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas any other shit, like I don't know, I can't take it serious. I feel like people that man, I hope I don't get backlash for this, but I find it very interesting when people put their trust in others who are pretty much they haven't reached that level of success that they're teaching for. You know what I mean? Am I explaining that right?
So
it's like, why should I listen to you if you're over here just being a teacher and you never made it up here?
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have always had those troubles. That's why I'll never subscribe to that type shit. But
no, it makes sense.
I feel like if you're gonna do that, just kind of just use that as like a tool. Don't expect the final product after. Don't expect everything to be all perfect after that.
Yeah.
Or like you already mission accomplished. Like you got to use those types of things as like tools. It's an investment, but you also want to make sure you're doing enough research into deciding what you want to sign up for.
Do you remember that dubstep? Because this is reminding me right now. I saw this tweet on Twitter or X. I mean, you remember that dubstep DJ Lumberjack?
Yeah.
So he posted on Twitter. I guess he at some point he was an icon teacher, and he was basically pointing out that some of his biggest haters and the people that are talking shit behind his backs were the very students that he was teaching. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Like about him, like after,
yeah,
or like beforehand.
I think either during or after the fact, because like they'll like learn from him, and then they'll talk shit behind his back, and they'll find out. And he said that's part of the reason why he left Icon. And just what you're saying just kind of reminded me of that tweet.
Yeah, man, that's rough. I mean, but honestly, I wonder how affordable it is now. Because before, when we first started Woof Logik, like
it was expensive.
It was expensive, right?
I think it still is expensive.
Well, I have like two friends that did it. I don't know, like if they quote unquote graduated or whatever the finishing process is.
Yeah.
But I know I had two friends that went, and I don't know. Maybe I should ask them. I guess
it's funny. I have a buddy. He was more of an acquaintance. He was a guy I knew back in my old school that also was very similar to me, that he started gravitating more towards music, and he just started more doing that. And so he started learning on his own, and he makes more of like that Wakanda like bass kind of stuff, like
Wakanda what?
Like Wakan stuff. Sorry.
Oh,
Wakan, like Ganja White Knight,
yeah.
Like those guys. He makes more of that kind of like weird dubstep stuff. I mean, I'm a fan of it, but it's just funny to me because and I mean he doesn't watch this podcast, but he has his IG handle like Icon Alum, and I hear his songs, and I'm like, it sounds very similar to just how you were what you had
Done before.
done before. So I'm just like, is there is like what did you really learn at Icon, or if is that because I really couldn't hear this the difference.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like it was bad. I just like I really couldn't hear like a difference in like production.
Yeah, honestly, it's case by case. You know, if you're signing up for that type of stuff, you really gotta pay attention and actually learn from it. You know, some
Yeah.
people I wouldn't doubt. You know, you just go and you don't really
Like
focus or like pay attention or learn out of it.
I think that I like you know the big people that actually did like graduate Icon and actually did make it up. I think they like Hazel, Slander, Jaws.
And that was really like Icon's peak, is like with Jaws and Yoltron, like when they're all going.
Yeah, and also I think it's because when them they came out in at a time where EDM was like starting to like really blow up, but there was like they were coming into at a niche genre where like it has like they're pioneers of what EDM is now, at least for the states. And at that time there was no ego, there was no everybody trying to like be better than themselves. Like it was like all these guys just just trying to learn music, just trying to be better than themselves. Just like I literally count how many podcasts I've heard of all these guys saying they would all like sleep in the same apartments, or they would go to somebody's house and like just work on music for hours. And I'm like, damn, and I don't think that's I don't think that's how it is these days.
Yeah, no, for sure not.
There's way too much ego.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I kind of wish, you know, I had that experience though, where like you're just in like a crazy like production house, like just like it's hard to not be motivated in that
like
environment.
the Barong Family Chat Volume 1.
Yeah, similar to that, but like a long-term thing, you know, where people actually have roommates, because it seems like those are the situations where you kind of just have no choice but to do all the hard work and grind. Over here, of course, you know, we have that, but it's very easy to be swayed into focusing on family, focusing on like work.
Yeah.
You know, we're not surrounded by crazy, you know, entrepreneurs. Like we have our friends, you know, PLP.
Yeah, and then
we have some DJ homies out here too, but it's not like we're working super close like that. It's not like we could always cross each other's paths.
Yeah, we're just doing our own different things. Not saying like we don't help each other, but like
they just don't go hand in hand all the time. You know, it's only like a once in the blue moon type thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard, but yeah, I don't see that as much anymore. It's crazy. I do see like Pixel Tear, that dude from Pixel Tear.
The one with the green hair?
Yeah. He typically posts online like, oh, I'm looking for a roommate. Let's make music. Like someone who makes music pretty much. And then I think, I don't know, man. There's some dubstep artists though out in LA that they're roommates with others.
That's fire.
But one of the biggest inspirations is Ghastly's story. You know, when he moved over here from Arizona.
Honest to God, to this day, man. Like I might not completely mess with his newer stuff, but he'll always be I'm not trying to be a weenie, but he's low key like quote unquote like one of the guys I look up to in this industry.
Yeah, for sure. Especially those types of personalities and just always staying grounded and shit.
Yeah, like I remember when I first met, and I don't get starstruck for nobody, but he was like one of the first people. Like, but this is back when we were barely doing our shit.
2015.
Like, yeah, and like he had a show at the Yost, and me and Jaime were literally standing outside the line. I seen him. I think he was talking to me actually, and I'm like, yo, let's go talk to him. And bro, I was like so scared. And I was like, oh, what's up, Ghastly? And I was like, no. I said, I can't remember if it was me or Jaime, but it was just like, are you Ghastly? Like, oh, hi, yeah, I'm David. And he like introduced it, like he had a full on conversation with him. Like he was just super cool.
Yeah. He's one of those genuine guys, like down to earth. I don't think you'll ever hear anything bad out of him.
No.
Like any type of bad story. But yeah, anyway, so his story is that he came from Arizona out to LA pretty much to go for the music dream. He got super into the partying and kind of let it get out of hand and hit rock bottom pretty much.
Yeah, went completely broke.
And had to go back to Arizona.
Yeah, then from there, basically figure out if he wanted to do it again. And then he sucked it up. He's like, nah, I want to do this. And so he raised up enough money to come back out here and then actually grinded it out. And then from there, he was just going up and up and up and up. Yeah. That post he posted about Avalon, remember? Just recently about like the group chat show where like we you have captioned that we've opened, we've
Oh
direct
yeah.
supported, we've closed, and I remember he made an exact one like that. But
Really?
like an exact one like that, but when he headlined, because he was just
Oh.
like he was like, look, 4 years ago I opened this, 3 years ago I direct supported, 3 goes da da da, and now I'm headlining, and I'm like, damn. That's why I thought it was really cool when you posted that. I didn't mention it to you, but like, damn, that's crazy because like the Gasly did that, and like I thought it was just crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the next goal right there is to
Yeah.
start headlining that venue. Super dope venue. Honestly, like I didn't think so because we did exchange only one time. It was
Yeah.
just like, man, this shit's sick. You know, finally we get to do it. And I had only been there one time previously anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm not like too familiar with the ins and outs. But when we play in Avalon, every time it feels like super comforting. It's just like I don't know. It just feels like
Like, like we've been there for gigs, we've been there just to go to shows, we've been there just to support other homies, and like we just been there so many times, like we know it by the back of our hands.
yeah, exactly. So every time we go, it's just super comfortable. I feel like you just walk around like you live there type shit.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I mean, I can't wait till we start getting comfortable like that with huge festivals and because that's the goal, right? Is to just
Yeah.
finally like feel like you're having fun, feel like you fit in. I hate like the whole tension, or like the anxiousness when you're going to events and you just like you don't know what to expect and you might just feel like a black sheep there or just that you don't fit in, you don't belong because it's easy to feel that way when there's groups that right off the back they just start conversing and just and then meanwhile you're just there on the sidelines trying to find your way in.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like this past Friday, I don't think we talked about it. Like, I didn't feel that at all, especially because like since we're so tight with the group chat people, and even like just like all the other DJs that are affiliated with them, or just like homies as well. We've gotten to know them as well, and we like to consider them like good DJ homies as well. Like we saw like a bunch of our DJ homies there as well. Like it just felt like I never once felt like I felt out of place. I felt like I was like where I needed to be.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and pretty much like, I mean, I'm not to say we wouldn't get judged, but you have a bit more leeway into doing like questionable things. Not like out of hand like that though. What I'm trying to say is like, I'm not like being super conscious about like who's watching me drink all this or do all this.
Yeah, like we're just loose,
Being
getting loose,
with
having
it.
fun. Like and before we would just be very like conservative. We just be like more like if any we would barely drink. We're more just like try to offer more people. But this time we're just like, nah, fuck this. Let me get this beer up. Let me get this shot real quick.
Man, those Michelobs are smacking. They're super crisp.
Fuck yeah,
Crisp and cold.
They're staying frosty in that.
Right there in that ice.
Yeah.
Oof. God, I love that shit.
Love Michelob. We love Michelob Ultras and Coors Lights.
Yeah, those IPAs right there, man. I don't know about those. Have you tried any of them?
I tried there's one I put in there. It's called it's like a sour ale. I literally was telling Alex about it. I was like, this one's probably like my favorite. It's called Frutaleta. It's like
in the fridge.
Yeah, it's a sour ale.
How many did you put in there?
Oh, it's a little 4-pack. There's 2 of them. So I put one in there, and there's one right there.
Shoot him, my boy.
Yeah, I'll put right now.
Are you down or no?
I'm down.
All right, my boy Meg's gonna go get the beastos. Yeah, man. So the homie Alex, aka Miguel's cousin, I guess he somehow got a bunch of cases of beers, IPAs, all those things, and so I mean, he dropped off the care package. Now we're gonna try these things out. I used to be really big on IPAs, and now I don't know. They just always hit my stomach a little weird. But I never tried like a sour ale.
Well, you like kombucha, so it has a very kombucha-like taste.
All right, shout out Frutaleta.
Yeah.
Frutaleta Tropical.
Well, it's all from the same brewery. This is just one of their names of it.
Check that. Or how did they do it in the makeup?
Get ready with me.
Yeah, sorry. Let's crack this thing.
Oh.
Damn.
This is a squirter.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it tastes like kombucha.
I'm like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm trying to see what it tastes like.
Well, it has mango, oranges, guava,
Damn.
marshmallows.
Marshmallow. That I think that's the distinct taste I taste out of here.
It's like that creamy taste.
Yeah, I'm not a fine.
Because I have had sours where it's not, because I guess they're trying to do like a kind of like a ice cream pop kind of thing here.
Yeah.
But I've had just regular sours, and those just straight up taste like kombucha to me.
I love kombucha. Give me any flavor. I will kill that shit, man.
Yeah.
And fun fact for you guys, I discovered this from Google. It's a good substitute in case you're craving alcohol and you're not trying to drink alcohol. So
It held you down for a cool minute.
yeah, for sure. But nah, this thing right here is good. I don't know about the marshmallow part. It is a little bit of that, that taste. I'm not a fan of creamsicle stuff or root beer floats. I don't know. I can't mess with that.
That's fair.
So with this, it's good enough though. I'll drink this shit. I'll drink a whole case. I got no problem with this thing.
That was free.
If you guys want the Michael starter kit, get the green apple beat box, get a little buzz ball, and get a Coors Light. That's your rave essentials for Michael Granado.
For the pre part. Mine is that, but except instead of green apple, I get the blue raspberry and I mix it together. Because when we did that for Hard Summer,
Oh, that shit was fire.
that shit was fire. So
It's that viral video on TikTok where you mix the buzz ball and the blue raspberry beat box.
Yeah. Although I did it for Beyond, but they didn't have the blue raspberry, so I just grabbed watermelon. Like, fuck it, it'll taste the same. Like,
Nope.
It did not. It did not. And I grabbed the worst one. I'm really picky about watermelon flavored stuff that is this, so I don't even know why I grabbed that one.
Bro, I want to be like a half-ass bartender. Like I don't want to do the whole certificate shit, but I really want to learn how to bartend. And
Although you have a cousin that does it.
do I? Oh yeah, I do. Nikki. Shout out Nikki. Yeah, man, I want to learn how to do all that stuff just because I see so many delicious looking ass drinks on TikTok. I'm like, man, I want to make that so bad.
Yeah. Hey, you know that what's that fool's name? The black guy who's always making the crazy ass mixed drinks.
Oh, Mr. Tequila Matt? No, Mr. Tipsy Matt? Tipsy
Man.
bartender.
Tipsy bartender.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's making those big ass like containers.
Bro, nah, he does that shit like for, I don't know, for views or attention now because that shit's absurd. A lot of stuff he does.
I'm just like, who drinks all this after? I'm like, is there a crew like everyone's just getting drunk all the time, or is he just like tossing the shit out?
Nah, there was one that disgusted me. He made jungle juice in his sink. So I don't care if you clean your sink, man. I'm not about to drink out of that.
Nah, man, that's just dumb.
It's just weird. How did he clog the sink? Like, how did he completely close it? I mean, I know they do sell like those things,
Seals.
some seals, but nah, man, I can't do that. There's just so many like little germs that you miss, and it's just yeah. But no, he used to make like some crazy ass drinks. I think I started watching him like in 2010, 2009. I don't know what business I had looking at all that, but I was super intrigued. He made like crazy appealing drinks, put in candy, put in just super crazy colorful stuff. Oh man, what about those gummy bears, the fucking alcohol gummies?
Like the pre-made ones?
Yeah, no, well, you make them, but yeah.
I never liked them because like they were never sweet anywhere. They just tasted like pure alcohol after there was all soaked up.
Yeah, I know. I would be like, I think it was my cousin Vianney's birthday party. I don't remember what year, but I was over here eating those things, and you got a cool little buzz.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure, yeah, they taste gross.
I was never a fan of Jello shots.
Jello shots. I mean, look, bro. Like, I'm not a fan of Jello in general. So, I'm not. I don't really like that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm for sure gonna get those dollar shots at fucking Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a bunch of those. Probably like 3 of them. But nah, man, you're always gonna have that stink ass face after. Like,
cheap ass alcohol.
Huh? I wonder what kind of alcohol it is. Cause man, there'd be some gross ass rubbing alcohol like vodka.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Gin's gross as hell. Like,
if you still drink Fireball, you're fucking gross. So I seen Nick Sirianni. I don't know if you know who that is on YouTube.
Wait, Nick Sirianni?
No, Sireni. Sorry. Fuck. How do you pronounce his last name? Nick Sirena. Something like that.
Oh, okay, because I didn't. Then I don't know him because I thought you were talking about the coach. I'm like, damn, this was drinking Fireballs.
No. He used to be a part of the Nelk crew, but he has his own YouTube channel, and he recently had Sketch. You know Sketches?
Yeah, he's been like popping up all over my feed. Is he like a streamer or something?
Yeah, he's a streamer, typically with Madden, but he's been kind of doing the whole social media hopping going on everyone's podcast, being featured in videos. So he was with Nick, and now you're seeing that. I think that's how it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So they went to Vegas, and pretty much he planned out like obviously it's like a fake wedding for Sketch, but he got him his dream girl. I forget her name, but on the way there, they had like a big ass bottle of Fireball, and like they're killing that shit willingly. I'm like, oh hell, that's how I know you guys ain't from around here.
Ooh.
That's just gross. Yeah, I can't do Fireball anymore, man. I had to retire that thing like I was like 19, 20.
You know what? Was never really offered it like that. I remember one time because I did try before. I'm not a fan. So when everyone would offer it to me, I'm just like, I'm okay. I don't want this.
I do like cinnamon gum.
Me too. Big Red.
Yeah. Big Red, even though that flavor lasts 2 seconds. I fuck with cinnamon gum heavy, but I don't know what it is when you mix with alcohol. It's just not it. And even the rum chata is low key getting there to me too, but it's still drinkable. I like the horchata gran malo. That shit's fire.
So good.
Yeah, that one's fire, especially with some ice. Oof.
Did you see regular Gran Malos in stateside?
They are.
Well, Total Wine was selling them, but
Johnny showed me.
But they sold out so fast, like they don't have.
Yeah,
anyone.
Johnny showed me. They're like $20 too.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, we went to Mexico to go see if we could get some cheap appliances like for the house, and I promise you, man, that shit was probably more expensive if anything. Converting it to USD, nothing is discounted no more over there. I don't know if I'm just tripping. I don't know if I don't know the right places. We went to like the more official places, not just like someone's warehouse or someone's backyard where they're just selling shit. But so we went to like their official stores. But man, I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? This shit's like $600, $700. You get the same one over there for $500, $600. We just made that drive for nothing.
Like what kind of appliances?
The AC units.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then even we looked at refrigerators just for fun. We're looking at them. Their refrigerators in Mexico are different, bro. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but a lot of them are half size.
Yeah.
And then they have the water dispenser. They have it like in the middle, so centered. So it's most of their fridges are split in half. The bottom obviously opens like a regular fridge, and then the top is the freezer. And then in the middle, that's where they have the water dispenser.
Oh, okay. Now you're talking about. God, I don't know. I don't think I've seen a fridge like that.
Yeah, bro. It's super common in Mexico for whatever reason. And they're super tiny, too. It's very hard to find, like, an actual big one over there.
Yeah, because you can barely get any food.
Oh, yeah. Get us canceled, Mexico.
All they eat was, like, my mom would tell me, like, when she's over there, all they would eat is just frijoles and tortillas. And I'm like, that sounds depressing. Fuck that.
Yeah, bro. It is crazy, Yeah, that's pretty much food every day. It's just beans.
Yeah.
Beans, tortillas, and rice. Rice is super cheap, right?
I'd say so.
Especially in Mexico, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then, what's your favorite type of beans, though? Let me see what kind of your favorite beans.
Damn, that's hard. And it's probably one of the more unhealthiest ones, but it's called, I don't know how you say it, and I think people say it cowboy beans, but in English, but in Spanish, it's called frijoles charro, which is the beans with the little bacon bits and the weenies.
Well, I feel like my favorite type are the traditional, which is like the mushed ones.
Yeah, and then after that, that's a close second.
The ones I can't stand are it's not that I can't stand them. It's just like I get really tired of them. It's like just the regular ones, like the brown, just, you know what I mean? They're hard.
Yeah.
Those are my least favorite type because I love all beans, but that's for sure my least favorite type. And then when I go to Chipotle, I always get the black ones.
Yeah, same.
Black ones are fire.
You know what? Black ones, Mexicans, like, they don't really like making black beans. They just stick to their pintos.
And I'm not a fan of red rice. Or is it Mexican rice or red rice?
I've asked Andrea. She said it's the same thing. I think people, although I have seen people debate that it's different, but I think it's the same thing.
I think it's the same thing too. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't know.
Of all Mexican rice, because I know some people just make it ass, and some people are like making fire.
There's some good ones, but I think I just don't like the tomato taste to it.
That's fair. You know what? And it's a crazy thing. Not many people do it. If anything, you might call me out. I love eating Mexican rice with bananas.
I know people like you.
They just chop like a couple bananas, just eat it like that. It's so fire. I
Can't
don't.
do it.
And I'm like I asked around and I'm like it's not really like a Mexican thing, I guess, but it is and it isn't. Like not like
Nah, but I
there's
for
a
sure,
small percentage of people
yeah,
that do
I
it.
for sure have heard a lot of people do that shit though. Yeah, not a fan, man.
It's fire.
What about Kevin with his ketchup on his rice? Always posting.
That
I
was
still
crazy.
haven't tried it, but I want to try it.
I mean,
I like ketchup.
yeah, you put it on your tamales, so I'm like,
Put on everything, man. Everything.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it'll taste good, but I'm like, you could put other things on rice. I feel like why use ketchup?
I don't know, man. I mean, what if you're
Like you
just
could use hot sauce, you could use chili oil, you can use soy sauce. There's other things you can use. I just like ketchup.
well, I mean, ketchup just has a very strong taste to it. I mean, I wonder what led him to try that though. I've always wondered, when people try these weird combinations, like what made you want to do that,
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of combinations out there just in general that people, have at their restaurants that you've never thought of before or even wanted, you never knew you needed to try it.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just, I don't know. I want to know the birth, the story of how this became. And that's for everything in general.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned before in the previous episode, what made someone discover like inhaling nitrous oxide? What pushed someone to, inhale the air duster? What are some other crazy ass things? Oh, the axe thing,
Yeah.
What convinced you to try that shit? Literally on the label, it tells you not to do that shit.
I know. And I remember people were doing it all the way back in 7th grade, but with like axe bottles. And I did it once, not like crazy, but I saw people doing it. Like, I tried it, and I'm like, this is terrible. Why are people doing this? And I was like, never again.
Fucking Migs.
And I'm just like, this is gross. So,
Nah, man, I can never do that one. The axe.
yeah, I was like, I'm
Maybe Old Spice. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't get it, bro. It's just always just nasty to me.
Bro, does you have deodorants that like burn your armpits by chance?
Yeah, there's a few.
I only do Old Spice, but I remember one time, I was just like,
And that's
"All right."
funny because a lot of people say that Old Spice is one of the ones that do its worst.
That's what I've heard too, like research.
Yeah,
But I don't know. It's never happened to me, and I've been using Old Spice pretty. I've been using Old Spice since maybe high school, but before that, I was doing Axe, and I tried using like a random brand, I just didn't have Old Spice nearby, so I was like, "Fuck it, let me just try this brand real quick." Or I think I just want to try a new one. It's that wood one, that one with the wood sticker on it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know what's funny about deodorant? It's like there's so many options that it's just like I'm really like I'll just stick to what I like.
Honestly, man, all these Old Spice flavors, scents that they're going with, it's just they all smell damn near similar. I don't know. I'm just not a fan.
You might clown on me, but I've been using women's deodorant like the last couple of weeks because
A lot of people do that.
I ran out of my Old Spice. I used this one, the Fiji one, the white one.
Yeah.
I've been using that, and that one ran out. And I meant to go buy another one, but I was like, fuck, I haven't got time. And so my mom just keeps like extra like couple deodorants like in the bathroom. So I just took one of hers and just been using that. And it doesn't smell like a woman. But it's not like guys deodorant.
Yeah, I've used Dove before, like a long time ago. It was like the little vacation one.
Yeah.
That one, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the white ones.
That's what I use now, but I just very careful because I remember one time, I think it was like a Dove's Man, where it was like that black and white ones where supposedly it's not going to leave stains on black shirts, which is
Cap.
Cap. That's a fucking lie.
Just like flushable wipes. Cap.
It's a waste of $10. And then you're out of fucking plumbing system because you're washing wet wipes.
Yep. But nah, man. Yeah, the deodorant. It's crazy too because girls, they actually prefer using guys. Some of them.
Que son pestosas.
Or girls that they prefer to use like dudes like underwear just to chill and lounge in, or pajamas. Because guys got better, bro. I don't know what the fuck. Girls' pants have small ass pockets like this size.
They do. I'm like, why?
Oh, that reminds me. So I used to borrow my aunt's pair of pants every now and then when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
It was like, this is when skinny jeans were like popping. Like finally, they exploded out here in the States. I think it was super big in the UK, right?
I say I would give a big credit to Lil Wayne. He's the one that was like
Lil Wayne.
he made him popular.
Who else? Not the fucking twins. The ones that they got my Vans on, but
Oh shit! Fuck, who was that?
or the Jerk Boys, like the ones that you're a jerk. Like they fucking blew that shit up too.
Was it who were they called? Diamond Set, or was that the Jerking Crew?
I don't even remember, bro. Let's see. Who did You're a Jerk? Let me Google this thing.
Audio Push? No.
Maybe. Audio Push was popping out here.
Yeah.
You're a jerk. Dun, dun, dun. Nah, man, but they for sure had all the colored skinny jeans popping. New Boys. New Boys. And I remember. So those dudes for sure blew that shit up.
Damn, you know what's crazy, bro? Because even though like they basically fell off the face of the earth that we know of, they made like all the one hit wonder songs that were made pre Spotify, like they lost out on a bag.
I'm pretty sure it's still on there. Maybe.
No, I know now, but like,
you think
what,
so? Well,
what could have been at that point? Because now, like, yeah, people listen to it, but it wouldn't have been the same if they had put it out now, and that was like the scene.
That's kind of what I was thinking about. So you know how PLP had Super Ego on?
Great episode.
Yeah, it was a great episode. Go check that thing out on PLP, Ponte Las Pilas podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that shit. Anyway, so they had Super Ego on, and you know they were talking about the whole monetization thing, how it was like new to YouTube. No one was making careers out of YouTube back then like that.
I mean, there was like there were the blueprint. No one else was doing it, so it didn't look. They didn't know what it looked like.
Yeah. So when obviously you know Super Ego, he's pretty hard on himself. I think he knows that he was ahead of his time because there's people who have started off later than him that just fucking skyrocketed, blew up, and they you know transitioned into maybe acting or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know it just sucks, man, because sometimes people get overshadowed or overlooked by the next person. Kind of like, you know, in Russell Wilson's case, he never won MVP, and that's just because he's always had to compete with, you know, all these other bigger people. Like a new year, someone else big would come, and it's what I'm trying to say with in Super Ego's case is he walked so everyone else could run, pretty much.
Yeah.
He walked so everyone else could run, and it sucks, man.
Especially now, like, there's like such a big boom in Latino content creating.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, and everyone can say like you mean us to an extent, like just like we know we all watch his videos. We all like, you know, this was the guy, like him and Sleepy Brown, like these guys were like this was the at the time
the blueprint,
the blueprint. And imagine how it would have been like if they had started now. They would have been in their bag. Not to say like he's like not doing nothing, like he's killing in his own way. He's still, you know, he's doing the comedy tour, you know.
Yeah, you just know, comparing to the people that are coming up now, it's like they do it in like 2 seconds, like it's overnight success stories.
Yeah.
Whereas him, it was like a slow grind, man, and even it wasn't that slow because technically, you know, he blew up in a matter of a year or two, and but yeah, it's just crazy to think, you know, what could have been. Yeah. And he's still, like I said, you know, it's not like I'm trying to say he's nothing or he has nothing going for him or whatever. It's just, you know, just reading off his body language and, you know, how he receives all these compliments. It's just like, you know, yeah, man, thank you, I appreciate it, but, you know, I know there's more out there type shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I am too, bro, because people are always here, you know, congrats, you're doing big things, you know, I'm super proud of you, man. Someone in Fontana is doing something, whatever. I'm just like, yeah, man, but I'm still here, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Same.
you know, we're still, you know, living the normal life. We're still got our jobs, you know, but you still got to be grateful for those opportunities because you still get to have experiences that, you know, there's so many people out there that wish they could have had. And, you know, we're blessed and lucky to have, not lucky, but we're blessed to have earned those opportunities.
Yeah.
We've been blessed to attend all these festivals all these years. And now EDC is coming up. And, you know, I know it's kind of like awkward or weird to think of that we're not going.
Yeah.
But I just want to give you guys a fresh reminder that if you need tips and tricks on all the EDC stuff, go check out our episode. What episode was it? Do you remember this? You
It
remember
was
though?
actually one of the first ones. I do
It
remember
was,
that.
huh? It was like episode 10, I think.
Yeah, it was one of the early ones actually.
Yeah, go check out episode 10 if you want those tips. They all still correlate to this year. Nothing big changed this year, right? For EDC. Oh, the fucking map, layout.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check that shit out, man. It's super helpful, super insightful. Don't be that bozo that loses your phone. Don't be that bozo that doesn't know which lane to drive in on your way to EDC.
Far right.
Ride the white. Ride the
Yeah.
ride the white.
I mean, you could, but you might get in trouble with the cops.
Bro, I remember I was pissing on the side right there, and I had to keep running.
I still have those videos.
And then the cop that fucking drove by, and he spoke on the megaphone or whatever. He was like,
Man, there's one thing I love about the cops around there. Like, everyone's out there having a good time. As long as no one's being superly stupid or anything like that. They just, they're just there to let people have their fun and they're there if like emergencies happen.
yeah, a lot of festival cops, they're like super, they're super laid back.
Yeah.
They'll get your candy from you, like if you want to trade them, or not even trade them, but just donate candy to them.
Yeah. I've always gone to cops and security, and I've always just been like, hey, I'm sure you've dealt with some random bullshit today, but I just want to let you know, thank you, man. I always tell them that, like, hey, thank you, man. I'm sure you dealt with some bullshit.
I always
today.
say thank you to the security guards that pat us down.
Yeah.
Even though like you don't have to thank them. I don't know. It's just like my natural reaction. Just thank them for working for us, I guess.
Yeah. It's funny. Last year at Escape when we went, I don't remember if you recall. Me and you went to the bathroom during emo night, and while I was waiting for you outside, there's this security outside outside the GA plus bathrooms because you went in there, and I was just chopping up with him. This was like he seemed like he was in the mood, like he was just not having shit. He was probably dealing with all these fucking
A cop?
Not cop. It was like one of like the CSA or CSC securities.
Oh, the security.
And he was just there, just just being blunt and just being a bit blunt, very short. I'm sure he was dealing with a lot of bullshit or a lot of stupid people, so he just was like fed up. He was giving off that vibe, so I was just conversing with him, and he was talking, but he was just trying to like, whatever. But I was breaking him. I was breaking him like little by little, and I'm like, and I pulled. I was like, I just started chopping up with him, and then after a while, he was like, I just pulled out, because I forget what joke I made, but I made a joke, and he kind of laughed. And I was like, "You want a ring pop?" And I just like a ring pop, and I just pulled this random one out because I forget who. I think it was Pauline. She gave me a bunch of random ring pops, and I was like, "Here you go." And he's just like, I was like, "Come on, bro, you want it." He's just like, and I was like, "That's what I thought, bitch."
Okay, Migs.
Broke his ass.
That's just funny. I actually have a homie who finally became a cop. Shout out to homie Ducky. He's been working at it since at least 2015.
Car Ducky?
Yeah.
No way.
It's like 2015, 2016.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, dude. It's been one of his biggest dreams, goals, and even through all the times, I think he was technically denied, if not kind of just like pushed, like like no, maybe not right now type shit. But yeah, I mean, he never gave up, and he's finally. I think he works for San Bernardino County. I think he's a San Bernardino County.
That's crazy. He had a really good.
Oh no, he's Rialto PD.
He had a really good detailing business. Or was it stickers?
I think he still does it. No, he does.
He still does it?
Yeah, it's the headlight restoration and the tinted tail lights.
Yeah, man. He's big, bro. Like he has like such a big following out here in SoCal. People like all these like racers just love to come to him for a headlight restoration and tinting.
Are car meets still a thing?
They are. They're just not as prevalent just because people always burn them out. Or like they do burnouts and immediately cops come. But there's still a car scene.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the closest thing I've seen is just like you'll see maybe a couple bikers drive by, maybe a Mustang group. I actually do remember seeing a Mustang group. It was like 6, 7 of them maybe.
Yeah.
Nah, man. But I'm just like, man, y'all motherfuckers about to crash into someone.
Yeah.
Those fools are fucking infamous for
that dude was
crashing.
on the freeway the other day.
Oh yeah.
I believe that he was on the bike.
Yeah.
He was like this, like I'm like, who told you to ride a bike?
Shit, man. Yeah, it's crazy out there. I've been seeing so many car accidents online too. Oh
Yeah.
man, the amount of deaths I've been seeing on Twitter is it's honestly like fuck. We're so numb to this shit now, man.
We are.
So many bombing, so many people jumping into acid.
What?
Yeah, bro, it's like a pool with electricity or acid.
That's
I've seen a
crazy.
couple of those videos. I seen this dude. I think he was super popular in like China or Japan,
Mm-hmm.
doing like the parkour shit or whatever. I don't know. He was on top of a skyscraper and he fell.
I seen like this guy. You know how people run with the bulls.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
this bull just fucking that fool up, and he's already like down on the ground.
Nah, bro. Where were you?
Or that one, or this dude like the premise is like, man, these are big wild animals. Like, why are you fucking with them? Like, there's a trained bear that's hanging out with one of the trainees, and all of a sudden the bear just starts acting up, and just starts fucking attacking the dude, and he ends up dying.
Those claws fuck you up,
Yeah, dude.
man. But nah, the still the worst video I've ever seen online is oof. It's disgusting to even think about it. So apparently this guy jumped from the top of a building,
Mm-hmm.
and on there's like a line of poles on the sidewalk, like on the floor.
Yeah.
They're like half size poles, so they're not full. They're probably like at your hip. And this guy,
Are they like security poles or something?
I don't know, man. It's just it kind of looked like an airport, but yeah. So there's like a line of poles on the sidewalk, and then it's the street, and it's like security footage from a certain angle, and it's aimed at I guess like a side view almost of the poles, and then out of nowhere, so the video's playing, and out of nowhere you just see, and he falls and gets penetrated.
Ooh.
On the pole, bro. And that shit. So someone commented a picture of it, and you just see a video of him like this, and the pole like kind of sticking out right here on this side, the shoulder area.
Oh God, no.
And I was just like, oh, that's just disgusting, man. And the impact you see right there. It's crazy to think that this guy even landed like that, like perfect enough to get fucking penetrated by that shit.
Ugh.
It's just, man.
No
Yeah,
loop.
of course he died. But yeah, that's just gross. Twitter, it's like for sure. Keep your kids off that shit.
Yeah, man, it's like the Wild Wild West there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was
The
Twitter had its problems before the Elon Musk.
but now it's just out of hand.
Yeah,
It's just like explicit.
and you know, and
content on
what pisses me off more is I look at a post or a story post on X, and I'm like, okay, well, let me go see what the comments are talking about, or maybe we can find out more information. And it's just more like random ass
there. It's
videos,
like bots.
or
And I hate when the bot comments are commenting something related to it.
yeah.
But it's just like, but what about me? Like it's you know what I mean? Like, oh, I could do it better than that type shit. It's just like, oh my gosh, shut the fuck up.
There was this funny ass one, or you know that reporter Diana Rossini?
Oh yeah.
So she posted something about the Broncos. She posted about some team, and that shit made me laugh because some like OnlyFans girl from the bot posted on that, and she was like, "Yeah, I blew all those guys in the locker room."
Crazy.
And that shit made me laugh because it was just a bot that said that shit.
Yeah, man, it's wild out there, man. It just the app is it's almost I don't know, man. I could barely stand to be on it. I'm like super annoyed on it.
The Denver Nuggets won against the Lakers, 112 to 105.
Swept.
Swept.
One more game.
Swept. You man, get the tears out.
Yeah, the Lakers are gonna have like a comeback of dreams with that one.
They literally have to win in the 4 in a row, and I don't see that happening.
And Lakers are at home.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but for now, go check out Full Throttle by us
On group chat.
Go check it out. Stream it on Spotify. Go share it online. Share it on your stories. Maybe make a TikTok with it.
Any bot farmers on there, put it in the farm for us. You know that's a thing, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
It's wild, man. But yeah, go ahead and repost on SoundCloud too. Let's get SoundCloud popping again.
Yeah, man. Like, let's bring it back, man.
Yeah. And then, like you mentioned, in the future we got crazy collabs, crazy show announcements, it's gonna be a crazy year. So excited to give you guys all the new stuff. Excited to keep growing, and we hope you guys do it too. And so with that, we'll go ahead and close this one out, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.